Right, there's some Virgil text. Well done on winning the World Cup. Oh. Hey, John, how are things?
Shut it, Shaun. The last result against Tottenham was not good enough and it can't happen again in the EFL Cup. Remember, we want the quadruple this season. Do not let me down again.
Bye, John. Better not lose here, eh? Hello everyone and welcome to episode 9 of Quadruple or Nothing with Liverpool here on the FM23 Beta on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well, and coming up today is a rematch from yesterday, our first game off the back of the World Cup break. We take on Tottenham, this time at Anfield in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. A must-win game, of course, if we do want to pick up the quadruple like the title of this save does suggest. So if you're looking forward to today's episode, we will also do a quick recap of what did happen at the World Cup. Then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying this series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well so you do not miss out on any of the FM23 content here on the channel. But obviously we've played no competitive games off the back of yesterday's episode, as you could probably tell by the fact that we won Payback on Poch. We did suffer our first defeat of the competitive season, so if you missed that episode, I'll leave a link to it over in the top right corner. We have played quite a few mid-season friendlies to get our guys back to full fitness who did need the game time before this EFL Cup 4th round tie, with it obviously being quite a big one as we do host Tottenham, and thankfully picking up fairly convincing wins in most of those games. That Real Betis game a little bit closer than we would like, albeit that was with our second 11, and now we have all of our players back from the World Cup and they should be ready to fire in this big cup matchup, as I said, coming off the back of that 2-1 loss in the Premier League to Tottenham at their stadium in yesterday's episode. But before we do get into this game, we are going to do a quick little recap of what did happen at the World Cup. And if you couldn't tell by the intro, we'll just go over to the right tab. We do have a World Cup winner on our books here at Liverpool, and that player is Virgil van Dijk, because the Netherlands beat Belgium 2-0 in the final this year. A few other interesting things that you might want to know about what happened at the World Cup this year. The semi-finals, it was the Netherlands who got past Thiago's Spain 2-1 in the semi-final, and Belgium got rid of France on penalties in the other semi-final. So those were the top 4 from the World Cup this year. In terms of other nations in which we did have players at the World Cup from here at Liverpool, if we go forward to the first knockout round, I'm pretty sure most of them made their way into the second round. England got knocked out by the Netherlands on penalties. We, of course, did as well have Darwin Núñez with Uruguay. They picked up a 3-0 win in their first knockout game. And also Brazil made their way into the knockouts, but they took on Diogo Jota's Portugal and lost 4-3 after extra time. So we had a few teams who made their way through to the quarterfinals, albeit with England and Brazil getting knocked out. That actually meant that quite a few of our players did return a little bit earlier than expected. So that does mean they are in good health going in to this first match back after the World Cup. And there you can see both Uruguay and Portugal did get knocked out in the quarterfinals. Uruguay by Spain and Portugal by Belgium. So that is a wrap-up of what did happen at the World Cup. As I said, very quick one, but we do have a World Cup winner here at the club, and that man is Virgil van Dijk, obviously one of the better players that we do have on our books here at Liverpool. But we are taking on Tottenham in the EFL Cup. Obviously, we only took these guys on in yesterday's episode, so they're going to look very, very similar to what they did look like in that game. And also, of course, the transfer window hasn't quite opened up yet for January in terms of us here at Liverpool. As I think I said in yesterday's episode, we are going to need to sell players if we are to buy someone, unless something weird happens like a club takeover. But I can't see that happening. There's been no updates about anything like that taking place, but hopefully we can get a bit of revenge here on Maurizio Pochettino and continue on in the Carabao Cup and try and win that as a club for the second season in a row. We'll come back shortly with team sheets. We are going to be at full strength coming into this one as we try and get some revenge against Pochettino in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. And here are the team sheets for this 4th round Carabao Cup game. There you can see the nice in-game graphics for this competition as well. And as said before, we are going with a full strength lineup. Tottenham does look like they have just rotated their team a little bit for this one, which is interesting. So it will be interesting to see, hopefully, if we can pick up some revenge from yesterday as we take them on here at Anfield. And we're 27 minutes into this one. We are on the ball here through the World Cup winner in Virgil van Dijk. We did have a highlight around the 20-minute mark. It was a somewhat deflected shot from Mo Salah. Fell straight into the arms of Forster in goal for Tottenham. There he makes a good save there off the chance to Darwin Núñez. But so far we are on top of Tottenham, but the scoreline remains 0-0. And that is half time here in this fourth round Carabao Cup clash. In the end, it's 0 at half time, albeit as you can see, stats-wise, we are well and truly the better team so far in this game. Hopefully, it does not go in the second half like it did in yesterday's episode away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We are going to make one change, though, at half-time. Virgil van Dijk did pick up a yellow card also, just back from the World Cup, having played in that final. Probably not the worst idea to take him off, so Ibrahima Konate can come on for him, and hopefully we'll score in the second half and make our way through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And just over 1 minute into the second half, we have our first highlight here off the back of Trent Alexander-Arnold picking up a yellow card. Hopefully that does not prove to be an issue here in this game, but holding on to the ball well, albeit it is off the back of a free kick deep inside our own half, but hopefully keep some of that momentum from the first half, but actually put the ball in the back of the net. Nice searching ball there from Thiago, but Mo Salah can't quite get on the end of it, albeit Trent there with the overlapping run and starts to make his way here towards the byline, picks out Mo Salah back in there for Jude Bellingham, squares that nicely for Fabinho, good chance, but just goes over the bar, and still 0-0 here. And about 10 minutes off the back of that previous highlight is the free kick here to Tottenham. Forster takes that short, they pump it deep, but Joel Matip wins that back in the air, and now Fabinho, nice ball over the top here for Mo Salah. Forster comes out just a little bit too much, and Mo Salah beats him there at his near post. The Egyptian king is at it yet again, hopefully continues that good form that he did have prior to that World Cup break, off the back of him getting a decent break, in particular with Egypt not making it to the World Cup. But Forster there comes out in search of the ball, doesn't quite get there, and Mo Salah beats him in his near post, and that makes it 1-0 Liverpool, just shy of the hour mark. And off the back of that goal, we do have another free kick here, this time just inside the Tottenham half. So hopefully we can start to put the foot down here in this game, and Mo Salah on the ball yet again, right on the edge of the box. Tackle there on Jude Bellingham. No foul for now. They clear that one out to Heung-min Son, and Harry Kane starts to get something going here, potentially on the counter-attack, albeit good tackle there from Trent. I think Núñez there was offside, but didn't get involved in the play. Tottenham then lose possession, and we might get something going here potentially as Konate starts to make his way forward. Jude Bellingham, nice ball up there for Mohamed Salah, puts that in the bottom left corner. Oh boy, the Egyptian king has come back from that World Cup break in really good form. We will wait though for this VAR check, but it doesn't take long. It has been awarded as a goal, and a quick fire double there from Mo Salah is going to make it 2-0. I think the centre back there, who might have been marking Darwin Núñez, and that was Tanganga, has played him onside. We'll just make sure here on the replay, but that is a timely double from Mo Salah. Indeed, that was the case. Tanganga playing him onside, and it makes it 2-0 here at the hour mark. And off the back of that, I think we're going to play things safe here and also take off Trent Alexander-Arnold on that yellow card. Joe Gomez will come on for him. And we're just about to enter the last 20 minutes of this game, and I think it is time for us to make some substitutions here off the back of Andy Robertson picking up a yellow card. Still a few players a little bit tired coming back from the World Cup, so we'll take those guys off. Robertson will be coming off because of that yellow card coming on for him. It will be Costa Tsimikas. We will also bring on Henderson for Thiago, and Jude Bellingham can go forward into the Mazzala role, and the other player to come on will be Roberto Firmino for Darwin Núñez, and there'll be all of our substitutions used. Still 2-0 up here at the 67-minute mark. And only a few minutes off the back of those substitutions, we are back down Tottenham's end here for a corner, which Tsimikas is going to float into the mixer. Konate forces a good save there out of Forster, but Roberto Firmino pokes that home in the back of the net, fresh off of the bench, and that will surely be the goal that seals our passage through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And indeed, it looks like we're going to get some payback here on Maurizio Pochettino. Good save there on the Konate header, and Luis Diaz actually squares that one nicely for Roberto Firmino, makes it 3-0, and right off the back of that, we now have a corner. Konate tries to get on the end of that. Højbjerg will hit it away, but only as far as Joe Gomez, and now we are really getting on the front foot here against this Tottenham Hotspur team. Joel Matip, nice ball over the top there. Yet again for Firmino, good chance for a double, just puts it wide, and we still hold a 3-0 lead. And only a few minutes off the back of that previous highlight, we are down the other end this time as it is a throw in there for Spurs, albeit our former player in Kaita does get the ball robbed of him there by Joe Gomez, and we now look to play out from the back as Henderson pings that one out nicely to Jude Bellingham, starts to make his way down the left-hand side, switches us out nicely now to Mo Salah just inside the box, and yet another good switch there out to Costa Tsimikas, trying to stretch the Tottenham defence here, and now Fabinho finds a bit of space, tries to get a shot off, it's blocked, but he is still in possession despite that tackle from Højbjerg. Henderson there with a shot blocked, Firmino with a header, he'll find the top left corner, and Firmino with a quick fire double off of the bench. That was certainly an ugly, ugly goal, but we'll take it, and that will definitely now put this game to bed. Tottenham not backing up what they did in yesterday's episode, albeit as we said at the start, it did look like a bit of a rotated team for the Carabao Cup, and Firmino grabs a double and makes it 4-0 Liverpool. And we are inside the last few minutes of this game, clearly going through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and that is only made more certain by that header there from Ibrahima Konate, and that makes it 5-0 Liverpool. Good response off the back of yesterday, and also, of course, the World Cup break. It looks like we have come back in top form based on this performance, that near post corner, and Konate hits that across the face of goal and into the back of the net. And there is one more highlight here in this game, just as we start the 2 minutes of added time, but very, very happy with this performance in a game which could have been a little bit tricky off the back of that World Cup break. I think those friendlies did serve their purpose, and now Jude Bellingham will get in on the action as well. He gets a goal, and this is turning out to be some sort of thumping here in the Carabao Cup. 6-0 over Tottenham. As I said before, obviously, they did rotate their team a little bit going into this game, but as I said, this did have the potential to be a bit of a tricky game off the back of that World Cup break, but I think with those players in particular from Brazil and England coming back a little bit earlier than expected, that has helped us out quite a bit here, and in the end, that is an absolutely storming win there, especially when you remember it was only 0-0 at half-time, so a superb second half there. 2 goals to Salah, 2 to Firmino, and also goals to Bellingham and Konate, and in the end, we pick up a very comprehensive 6-0 win, so we'll come back shortly and see who we get in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And we are now up to the quarterfinal draw for the EFL Cup off the back of that very, very good 6-0 win there against Tottenham, and it's time for us to take part in this draw. It is somewhat similar to what the Champions League draws do look like in FM23, albeit not quite as fancy as it is in that Champions League one, as we have seen a few times over the save so far. But there you can see Kevin Sheedy is hosting this one. The teams that we could get: West Ham, Chelsea, Everton, Bristol City, Arsenal, or either of the Manchester clubs. Obviously, Bristol City, I think, will be the club that any of the Premier League teams would be after in this draw. But first up out of the hat is West Ham, currently not in a bad position on the Premier League table, and that is who we are going to get in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. So that will be an interesting matchup as we take on West Ham, and it does look like that fixture is going to be played at the London Stadium, so that's what's probably going to be coming up in tomorrow's episode. The other ties, Bristol City, of course, they have to play Manchester City because they always get easy draws in the domestic competitions. Next up, Chelsea, who are struggling in the Premier League at the moment, just outside of the relegation zone. They will take on a fellow relegation contender in Everton, and that does mean that Arsenal are taking on Manchester United, and was probably the headline tie of the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. So I think what we're going to do is come back tomorrow and take on West Ham in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and by then we might also have a better idea if there are players that might be leaving the club, as well as potential transfer business that we could do if we can generate a little bit of money. And also before then as well, we will do a domestic recap of how we get back underway in the Premier League. We've got a few games to play in between now and then: Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and Crystal Palace, to be fair, all games that we should be winning. And also Sheffield United in the third round of the FA Cup. We get started in that competition, albeit against the championship team. Even though it's away, I still feel like that is also a game we should be winning. And then I think the episode after that is a big one towards the end of January, as we take on both Chelsea and Manchester United. So things certainly get a bit more serious come the latter half of January. But that will do it for today's episode. Just a quick one off the back of that World Cup break, and also getting a bit of revenge on Tottenham off the back of what happened in yesterday's episode. If you did enjoy this one, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. And until tomorrow for that EFL Cup quarterfinal away at West Ham, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.